gosh. Hi, Coastal Bloom. Megan. Good morning, Cat and Jack. How are you doing today? I am doing good. It is 56 right now. 35, that's cold. I am not going to be on today. I'm going back to sleep too early to get up. In the morning, good night. Oh, sweet Megan. It's cool, Megan. It's too early for me to get up too. Jack. Hi, Kane. Good morning. We're good. How are you? We always get up this early. How about you? Why are you up so early? You're off of work today. Nice. What about the rest of the weekend? Oh, you haven't been to sleep yet. Nice. Good morning, Marlon. Oh, you work every other weekend. Nice. I basically work a long weekend, Friday through Monday, but I'm not working right now. 2 more weeks. No, I never run with Jack. Do you have any pets, King? You have one cat. Aw. Occasionally, I take him to a dog park. He's due for a dog park trip. We were thinking maybe we'll do it Easter morning while everybody's in church, depending on how dry it is. Hi, Sarah Washington. How are you, my friend? Hi, Jen. How are you, my friend? Good stuff, huh, Jack? Sarah says, hello, good Friday morning. Oh, well, thank you, Sarah. Marlon says, I just finished a completely new type of shark leader that allows making literally any shark possible to land. Cool. That sounds like something you will really enjoy, Marlon. Jack is not the first dog I've ever had. But thank you. He's all I have to take care of, so it's a pretty easy job. And me, myself, and Jack. That's our responsibility. He will be back. Luca, can you bark at your dog and see reaction is funny. Okay, hang on. You didn't say snarl and growl at him. Sorry. He's used to me doing silly stuff. Right, Jack? Oh, goodness. Time to wash his face. Good morning, Luca. Marlon says, okay, I'm going to guess that Marlon is saying, I made my own little invention and now I've got a few tries. Now, after a few tries, it works just fine as intended. I did the best I could with that, Marlon. It's a cat. How often have you done that already? Done what? I'm confused. Luca, you're asking for too much. I humored you good-naturedly. But that is over, my friend. That is over. No problem, Marlon. Jackie Poo. Hi, buddy. Hi. What are you doing? Marlon says, I meant how many times have you barked at Jack to have him be so unfazed? It's been a long time. Why? We just came in, Jack. No. Come here. The answer's no. No, we just came in, sir. It's a big fat no. Negative. Try again. Uh-huh. Yeah. Can Jack bark, please? Jack does not bark on command. I wish I could. That would be a cool trick, right? Jack's not even much of a talker. Oh, and then he made a liar out of me. Jack, I'm going to take that spot away from you, I swear. All right, buddy. You want to sit there and be miserable? Go ahead. I'll let you. No skin off my nose. Sorry. Can do bark. Why don't you bark for us, Luca? Let's hear your bark. Luca, where are you from? Are you a student? Are you out of school? You know who I miss? I miss Jakai. Jakai cool. And he didn't come see us at all during his Easter break. Jack. Whatever, Jack. King says, does Jack have a favorite toy? What's your favorite toy, Jack? Monkey? He's not talking. I imagine this is like a married couple when one's mad at the other one and the other one's trying to get their attention. It's like, I'm not talking to you. I am mad at you and I'm not talking to you anymore. Say pretty please, honey. No, Luca, you didn't even answer my question. I asked you a couple questions. You answer my questions, and we'll get Marlon to meow for you because he does it so good. All right, Jack, it's fine. It's perfectly fine, Jack. Okay. King says, will you ever get another dog? Yes. Matt is alive. Hi. I ate a kid's meal at McDonald's today. His mom got really mad at me. Matt is alive and has arrived. That was great, Matt. All right, Jack. You do that. I'm going to go do this, okay? Sounds like a book. That was a really good one, Matt. I hope you're well this morning. Marlon, I have a secret. Marlon, are you listening? Jack's like, what's the secret? I want to share this with you, Marlon. And after that, when this is over, I'm going to delete this part. I lost Debbie's head. I can't find it anywhere. That's all. That's all. No major thing or anything. It's not a big deal. What the heck? So not funny. This house is not that big. It's like Ghost. When I lost Ghost, it just disappeared. Michael, hello, my friend. Catanzaro. Okay. I think I called you Catanzo the other day when I was trying to think of your name. He says, good morning, Cat and Jack, and to our star of the show, Jack, and everyone in the chat. Hope everyone is having a great morning. The Mario Count was my daughter's cousin, who we shared your live to. Well, thank you. I knew it was one of your clan. They spoke just like you guys. Yes, I'm being kind of headless lately. That's me. Not me. Those around me. Oh my gosh. How traumatizing would it be to do just the rest of her and no head? I could do that this morning on the live stream. I am really good, Daniel. How are you? Michael says Snowflake and I are laying in bed. I'll be babysitting all week. Oh, a full work day. Who are you babysitting for, Michael? Hi, Paul. Good morning. Good morning, Jack. What's up? You ready to go chase some squirrels this morning? Huh? You're on season 5, episode 20 right now. Nice. My sister's 3 kids. Okay. Wow, 3 kids. Are they a little bit older or are they young? Marlon's laughing and says, why not? 4, 9, and 14. 14-year-olds actually almost, well, it depends on the child too. Never mind. Well, that's nice. I have not spent time with a 4-year-old in a long time. Barbara, hello, my friend. Jack says thank you. Hello from Cat, and that's Jack. I'm talking about you. Why are you laying on the floor? Huh? It's very hot in here. I woke up this morning. It was so warm in here. Well, 76. That's warm for inside, right? So it's probably cooler on the floor for him this morning. Barbara, we are in Northeast Tennessee. What about you? You're from Connecticut. I was from Milford, Connecticut, on Gulf Street. My boyfriend's in Maryland. Or should I say my partner? I feel too old to be saying boyfriend. Barbara says, really, I know where that is. Sometimes I look up the street and I look up the house. Yes, King. He's in, is it Columbia or Columbus? Which is it? I don't remember. Michael says, Barbara, I'm from Connecticut also. I'm sorry, Daniel. I do see you. Dana says, is that well for short? I am on my pillow and tummy with my... How's your tummy this morning, Daniel? Michael says he's from Old Greenwich, Connecticut. Barbara says, do you like living in Tennessee? I do. I miss Florida, though. I'm what they call a halfback. I went from Connecticut to Florida, and then I made it halfway back here in Tennessee. King says Columbia. Thank you. King, we're in Tennessee. Matt says Jack is the only 10 I see. King says I've never been to Tennessee. It's beautiful. It really is beautiful. Summertime and spring, it's the best. Good fishing, lots of water around, lots of mountains if you like hiking. Michael says I lived in Kentucky a very long time ago with an old ex. I imagine Kentucky is quite the same as Tennessee. Barbara says Michael, Old Greenwich is beautiful. Corrupted, where are you at, Corrupted? Remind me. Hi, Corrupted. Never mind. King says, how's the weather? That's the problem. It snows in the winter. Ouch. Callie. That's right. Okay. Michael says, Barbara, yes, it is. Camo Callie. I'm wearing camo this morning. It's funny you said that. Daniel says, I'm going with my mom tomorrow night at 7. The church is doing something because it's Easter. It's 1 hour. Is that how she talked you into it, Daniel? She's like, it's only 1 hour. This is what time is it here? It is 3:19 a.m. How about you? Same. Should be the same for you, right? Crafton is giving us the thumbs up. Daniel says yes. Funny. That's when everybody goes to church, Easter and Christmas. That's why we're going to go to the dog park. The dogs don't care. The dogs don't care if you went to church. Huh, Jack? I'm just hunting you down. Sorry. Giving you a hard time this morning. Barbara says yes. Well, why are you up so late? I'm up very early. Crafty says Jack Frost. Jack is frosty in the wintertime. All right, Jack. I can't bribe Jack to behave because he no longer gets paid. He says, I'm no longer getting paid to do this job. I do not want to participate. Baba, I'm going to get another dog. This other dog is going to do everything I want it to. Yep. And then what's going to happen, Jack? Barbara says, do you work in Tennessee? Hi, Sean. I I do. I work in Tennessee slash Virginia. I work for Pepsi, so I go into Virginia quite a bit. It says, what time do you start work? It depends on where I'm going. It's either 5 a.m. or 6 a.m., generally 6. Michael says Midnight Junior and Snowflake had a great day today. They will be seeing the Easter Bunny at PetSmart with their picture taken. I have a PetSmart. I wonder if they're doing it. I don't think I would take Jack, though, to be honest. Sean, what part of Virginia? Bristol. Bristol, Virginia slash Tennessee. And we go up into, well, my route can take me up into Lebanon. Lebanon, Tennessee, Abingdon, Virginia. Crafted says, yo, Jen, what is up? Barbara says, have a great day. Hope to see you again soon. Have a good holiday weekend. Hey, same to you. We do this every morning, so if you're ever finding yourself up late in the middle of the night, come see us. It was nice meeting you, Barbara. Sean says that's far from Washington, D.C. I do think so. I think it's a good. I think I could drive to Florida in the same time it would take me to drive to Washington. Jed says not much is up from corrected. Just watching SpongeBob SquarePants season right now on. You just got on season 6? Don't do it. Don't. Nope. Nope. Don't do it. Thank you. Corrected says to Jed, is SpongeBob one of your favorites? Hey Jed, whatever happened to you told me you had a case against those guys who were messing with you on your other channel. Whatever happened with that? Jed says, yeah, I used to watch it as a kid. Paul says, I've never seen SpongeBob. I've never sat down and watched it. I've seen it because it was on the TV screen at Little Caesars. Pizza, pizza. Oh no, not Little Caesars. Cece's Pizza. Uh-huh. Well, you don't have to stay there. You could get up. Your choice, buddy. Jed says I would have to take any evidence to the police department and probably fax to YouTube too on it. So you never did anything about it? He says what happened. He just had some issues with some people on YouTube when he first started live streaming. My Style Vlogs. Hello, my friend. You've got a really nice professional looking profile picture. Thank you for the like, my friend. HGVG. G. My My style blogs, you should, if you're going to just put letters in, you should spell out your name. That would be cool. Sarah says, yes, everybody is okay. This was a while ago, if you're overhearing what I'm talking about. It was a while ago. Before January, right, Jed? And Crafted says no. Hi, Frenchie, thank you. Jed says yes. I was going to sue guys for taking my picture and doxing me with my chef artist channel before I deleted it. Corrupted. Didn't you have somebody, you knew somebody who worked for the government? You were saying something about the FBI, weren't you? Jack, you better not be. Jack, stop. Yes, it was before January, and Crafty says this is some serious business. No, that's enough. You don't want to see what he was doing. Here. We'll give him some time to decide if he wants to come over here or not. Jed says yes. I let them know, and he set up the case. Did he work for the, did you say he worked for the FBI or something? You will not go outside. No, the answer is still no. Okay, back. Jed says yes, it is very crazy, Corrupted. Oh, and he used to work for the FBI, your friend. Okay. Hi, Lee. Sarah says, whoa, Jack was so still. Tap dancing with his toenails. Oh, that sounds really good, Daniel. I'm going to get a Domino spinach and feta pizza. Domino has any toppings for just $99, so I am going. Nice. Hi, Lee. How are you doing? Go ahead. You can get up there. You're being silly. You're being just silly. Mm-hmm. Yep. Funny boy. Just says, but that's why I deleted that channel and just kept this one. I see. Rusty Dog the Ghost. Hello, my friend. He says hello to everybody in chat. Oh, what happened, Jack? Okay. No. Oh, be careful. Jack, get up on the bed. On my dresser. That's a ukulele. Sorry. It's a ukulele. Uka. Jack. King. Oh, did you see my outfit? Thanks. Thanks. Hi, Wasa. Good morning. Go ahead, Jack. Come on. Go ahead. Up on the bed. Go ahead. I'll even get you one of your little chews. What do you think? Jen says, Corrupted, how many people have you sent gifts to? And by gifts, I mean the paracord bracelets you make or the pictures, the drawings. How many people have you sent things to, Jed? What do you think? Go get it. And this is have Domino's put hamburger and some green and red peppers and bacon on the pizza. Oh, you don't have a limit on the toppings, Daniel? It's just any toppings, period? Unlimited? You're not doing much today, Lee. What's today, Friday? How are you feeling? How did the rest of the day go? You had such a group out there that was so cool. Go ahead. And you looked kind of happy. You just looked a little different yesterday. Come on. There you go. Oh my goodness. Jed says it's a drawing of a YouTuber. Corrected. Paul says Shroom and Monkey get along well. They do. Everybody loves Miss Shroom. Everybody. Oh, Jack. So far, only 5 adjustable paracord bracelets were sent out. Got you. That's really awesome of you. Lee says, I was hurt in the process. I had my golf. I did notice your jacket. It was so nice. How were you hurt? Are you okay right now? I'm so sorry. Daniel says, I am also going to get me some Domino's chocolate lava cakes. What? I've never heard of such a thing. And Daniel says, yes. Wow. Good morning, Yogi. Wasa says, Daniel, dang, that sounds good right now, minus the peppers. I don't hate them, but bell peppers are my least favorite veggie other than squash or zucchini, which I do hate. Onions, olives, and tomato. Sarah says, cheese, onions, olives, and green peppers for her. Jed says, yes, the fan art drawing is of a YouTuber named Chloe. Oh no, Lisa's, my back gave out on me moving the heavy metal to scrap. And I'll be okay in a day. I'm so sorry. Dang it. Lee says, good morning, Yogi. Wasa says, Sarah, order it up. I'll give you my address. Oh, funny. Yogi says, hi, Lee. Corrupted says, Jed, are you going to post the photo on your YouTube channel? Sarah says, perhaps Chicago style. Jed says, hi, Yogi. Sorry I missed your very early live stream yesterday. I think it's fine, Jed. You know, he live streams a bunch, so. You can always catch him another time. Okay, snotty nose. Fixed. Wasa says magnetic. Oh boy, back injuries are the worst, and I hope it heals quickly. Lee says they filmed and had a good day. Was over 200 kilograms of metal cleaned out of the water. Wow. And Jed says yes, corrupted, and I'm tagging the YouTuber on my channel. That is great. Does she live stream, Jed? Chloe? Wasa says to Lee, oh, I think he doesn't know. Does that make you want to smack him, Lee? Corrupted says, I'm going to have to check it out when you post it. Hi, Frenchie, you're still here. How are you, Frenchie? Paul says, wow, that's a lot, Lee. It sure is. Especially considering around here, I have one place I have not gone that I want to try, but around here the water is very clean. It's disappointing to watch people like Lee or some other friends of mine who magnet fish pull all that stuff out. I mean, it's good news and it's, I don't know, it's kind of backwards, but anyways. Yogi, you ninja watching again? Wasa. Frenchie says, I hyperextended my knee. How do you do that? Oh. Ooh. Thank you, Tom. I hope you're having a great day. Daniel, you're back. I'm so glad. What's this is Frenchie. Ooh, ouch. Can you recover? That's what I wonder. Can you recover from that? Lee says there shouldn't be all that metals in the water, but every bit helps. And he says, hi, Daniel. And Wassa says, thanks for the tip, Tom. Hi, David Payne. Good morning. Jack says, thank you. Corrupted says, dang. Frenchie says, I tripped over a rock that was behind me and fell backwards. Wow. So what is the recovery on that? What's that look like, Frenchie? Okay, Life of Chloe. I feel like I've heard her name before. Chloe does live stream every day at Life of Chloe. Well, thank you for sharing that. Lee says, Frenchie, hope you'll be okay and heal. Me too. David says, I have two of those really tiny dogs myself. What kind of dogs are they? Good morning, Carl. Me friend, nice live stream yesterday. Aw, thanks, Wassa. Jet says hello to Carl. David says the tiny dogs, I don't know how to spell it. Are they chihuahuas? Chihuahuas? What other little dog is hard to spell? Probably something so fancy I don't even know the name. Yes, 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 David says good. Yeah, I always have to remember Chihuahua. Um, I had a chihuahua once. She was white with little black ears, and we called her Minnie for Minnie Mouse. She was my little pocket dog. She was so cute and sweet and funny and sassy. And Minnie was the kind of chihuahua that loved everybody. It was interesting. Maybe because she was so sick as a puppy. I don't know. Hi, Lois. How are you? Jet says, hi, Lee. Wassa says to Magnetic, I forget, where do you find that all that crazy old stuff at? I forget. Our friend Lee at Magnetic North Adventures is close approaching his 3,000 subscribers. Today's birthdays. Whose birthdays are today? It is lovely Lydia's birthday and somebody else, by the way. No, go back. Daniel says chili cheese fries. Paul says my uncle had a Boston Terrier when I was a kid. It was so mean. The dog's name was Wiener. Oh no. Reggie says if it's not too serious for you, keep it stable for 7 to 10 days. Hopefully, I didn't tear the meniscus under my kneecap, right? I couldn't walk on it, but it's slowly getting better and it's so frustrating. Oh. Carl says I'll never get there. Well, as long as you keep saying you'll never do it, you never will. And Carl, you're doing really good for having a brand new channel. Wow, Frenchie. Well, you're the only person I've ever known who's done that. Wassa says in UK rivers. Okay, yeah, y'all got a long history there for treasure to be lost and now found. And he says, yes, I've had things back 2,000 years out of the water. Wow. Really, Paul? Paul's had meniscus surgery on both knees. Oh, Frenchie, she was. She was a sweet little dog. Dana says, I'm going to pig out. Frenchie says, how did it go, Paul? And Wassa says, Lee, have you ever seen the... It went well, Paul says. Okay. No, that's not what I wanted. Daniel Berry's sports highlight. Hello, my friend. Good morning. Happy Friday to you, too. Frenchie says, I can't get another dog because it destroyed me when my last dog passed. I can't do it again. And Lee says, yes, Wassa. Lois says, hello, Daniel. And Daniel says, I will have that happy, you'll have your happy poop one way or another. Eventually it will come. TMI, I know, he says. Carl says that was some rain. Carl, did you have more rain? When you were live streaming, you were like, it was just drizzling, right? Wassa says, magnetic, what do you think of it? Any theories? Paul says it was, wow. I didn't even think about that, Paul. He says it was a little hard taking care of myself for a while after the surgeries. Um, okay, I'm going to do this. Lois says we had ice, lots of it, really. I don't know if he would want to mess with stuff like that. Well, no, he smokes, so not cigarettes, but he smokes, so. Thank you, Tom. Hey, Tom, once is enough. Unless you want to talk to us about something else, once is enough. Thank you, though. Frenchie says so painful. I can only, I mean, really, just thinking about it is painful. I can only imagine, Frenchie. Carl says the phone got wet. Well, it's working fine, though, right, Carl? Dana says, I do like a good Domino's pizza, Jackie. He says, no theories, and no, it's okay, but that river never been clean. 3,000 years of dumping. I've seen river 80 years ago, so toxic. Wassa says, we saw that tip before, Tom. Thanks, though. Frenchie says, how did it happen, Paul? Oh, he fell. Oh, no, no. I'm sorry. I was talking about you. Shut up, cat. How did it happen, Paul? Daniel says, do you like pizzas? Yes. And Carl wants to know what river. It's that river I don't know how to say. 2.96. I don't know what the other two numbers are, Lee. I do not know how to share your channel on this laptop. Huh. Okay. This is our friend, we at Magnetic Norse. And why does it keep doing that? I keep trying to put at least your handle up. I'm having such a hard time. What brand of pizza? If it was up to me, I'd go get Little Caesars just because it's $8 hot and ready. Happy birthday, Lydia. Just Love Lydia's birthday is today. Happy, happy birthday. And she is having a celebration live stream to celebrate her birthday and getting monetized. Congratulations, my friend. Carl says one kid was kicked out yesterday. Really, Carl? Huh, I missed it. I did have to leave, so I missed stuff. Wassa says now I've got Pepe Le Pew in my head. It happens, right? Me too. Whenever I see Frenchie. You're very welcome. What what time is your live stream? It's not going to help me because I won't remember how to switch it over. Dana says they're your favorite, and that's nice. Thank you. Frenchie says I sub to you, Carl. Is your dog named? Is that Caboose or Caboozy? Either way, the answer is no. Good morning, Basleal. It's so funny. Vladimir was here yesterday. Are you really Vladimir? Are you playing two different people? Is that why we hardly get both of you in the same room at the same time? Marcus Cook. Jack, I want to be the first to get blessed by you through live. You hear the big sigh? He's like, everybody wants something from me. All right. What was your name, Marcus? Bless you. Bless you, my brother. There you go. Jack's first blessing. Great job, Jack. I'm proud of you. Carl says 7 managing moderators now after adding Share Bear yesterday. You're a brave man. Well, not about Share Bear. Daniel says, I am going to go, friend. I love you and everyone in the stream. I love you too, Daniel. Enjoy your food. And if you don't fall asleep, then maybe we'll see you again today. If not, see you again soon. Paul says, bye, Daniel. Hi, Lady Sky. Good morning. Basilio says, I'm starting to think I might be Cat. I hope he pops up today, though. Me too. It was kind of late when he showed up yesterday. I didn't get to talk to him much. Lois says, take care, Daniel. 2 days till Easter, Lady Sky says. Yay. Wassa says, Carl, are you still going to make me a partner editor like you said? So I'm over even the managing mods? Oh, yeah, there is another person you can dedicate to be like in charge of your channel. That will be Wassa. That's what Wassa will do for you. Daniel says, I'll tell you about it tomorrow night, LOL. Okay. Lady Sky saying hello to everyone. Why can I not copy Lee's handle? Tell me why. puppy. I'm going to try it one more time. There we go. There you go. Lois, it would help if I hit the right button, Lee. It was operator error. Lois says, hello, Lady Sky. Carl says, never, Wasa, never. Carl, Lady Sky said good morning to you. Dina says, yes, night, night, and sweet dreams. Chat, you're missing the best part. Yes. My bulldog butt short has not been very popular. Some people really don't care for it. Carl says maybe, but it feels like you know me longer, like I'm a brother or at least a favorite cousin, right? Bastila says, how about Squirrel? Has he showed up recently? I don't think, definitely not as much as he used to, Bastila, but he's working on something. Working on something he's very excited about, which is totally beyond me. I'm just not smart enough to follow. Lee says operator error. Maybe that'll be my next tattoo. I'm going to go make that fake name on YouTube, operator error. That'll be my troll account. Wassa says, I think Squirrel popped in last night over at Yogi's. Possibly. Really good, Lady Sky. Ashley, are you still at home? Right? Lisa Squirrel was in my live stream. That was yesterday morning. Yep. I saw that. I think Squirrel Sniper's a little frustrated with me because I can't follow. Carl says, all managing operators contacted me yesterday. Well, good, Carl. Hey, Carl, I have one question for you. Are all your managing moderators women? Corrupted says, yo, Carl, and he's laughing. Hi, Rosie, where are you? I didn't, there you are. Good morning. Carl says, Girl doesn't come to my live stream. Oh, did I read that backwards? Carl, I don't know how I read that. Carl says, Squirrel doesn't come to my live stream. Exactly, Lee. I think that's why I think he gets a little frustrated with me because I don't follow. But I love him so much, and I love that he's found something that he is so excited about. Wasa says, how come I didn't see Vladimir's chats? Maybe it was when you went over to Yogi's, because I think it was towards the end. Are you telling me I remembered wrong, Wasa? Carl says Allie is a man. Really? Did not know, Carl. Thank you for straightening me out. I would have bet money that they were all women, so I'm glad I didn't. Rosie says, what's up, homie one? Carl, Rosie Corrupted's still here. There he is. What's up, twin? Did you already say hi? Lee says, sadly, the information is too complicated for my mind. Me too. That's exactly what I tell him. I'm sorry. I feel so bad. I like things kind of simple. Jed says, hello to Rosie. Wassa says, no, just now, I mean. Magnetic North said hello to Vladimir. Really? I know I missed some. Just love Lydia, birthday girl. You're very welcome. You guys, Lydia is going live today. Keep an eye out for her. I'm not sure which time or the time transfer. Aw, Lisa's, I was trying to manifest Vladimir in. Nice. I told him, Vasila, that you guys should exchange email. Lydia says, and welcome. We celebrate together. Yes. Thank you, Lydia. Paul throws up a birthday cake. Wassa says, oh, okay, I see now. And Carl says, I'm going live. Today, right now. Jack, I know you're not sleeping, Turkey. What is going on with Vasila? I missed something. Lisa and Vasila, hope it goes well. I'll have to go back and look. Have you ever heard the monkey type beat? No. This is I heard it today. Oh, off a reel. Okay. Monkey type beat. No. Let's see what happened to Vasila. What's going on? What did I miss? Shoot, Cat. That's not helpful. He's on a rescue mission. Yeah, thanks, Lee. I don't know why I can't find it. Heading over to Geneva on a rescue mission of a stranded plane. Wow, interesting. Carl says, in my sleep, I'm going live. You know, Carl, sometimes I dream about YouTube lives and ideas, and I wake up and I don't remember anything except for that I've been dreaming about YouTube and my friends from YouTube. Crafton says it was good. Work was good. Good. Paul says, I'm good, Rosie. I hope you are as well. Yes, how you doing? I saw yesterday during breath work you were saying something about your chest, or maybe it was right before breath work. Jen says, that's good news to hear, and I'm good, Rosie. I already got most of my first fan art drawing done, and I do appreciate you, Rosie. It's very sweet, Jen. Basila says lucid dreams. You know, that's basically what A Course in Miracles, it doesn't use the words lucid dreaming, but that's what it says we're doing right now. Sarah says, never too early for water. No, you're right. My auntie gets up and has a big old glass of water first thing in the morning. Practice shoot, I don't know. I like that song, My Juice World, though. Wasis is corrupted. Maybe the dreams are reality and this is just fake imaginings. Rosie says nothing to worry about. I don't know what to do, to be honest, but it's all good. When do you have the scan? I'm guessing you're having a scan, right, for your heart to take a look at it? Carl says, I'm going live in my dreams to put Wasa out. Wow. Wasa saying hello to Rosie. Paul says, I do that first thing in the morning, large glass of water. Huh. Lee says, I hope all will be okay, Rosie. Me too. Wasa says, Carl, question mark? Oh, you're going to make Wasa cry, Carl. Lee says, love water out of a copper cup. Interesting. Why not? Paul sending you some love, Rosie. And Corrupted is laughing at Carl. Laughing at Carl putting Wassa out, not laughing at Carl. Basil says, I always keep a bottle of water with me, sip every couple minutes. You guys are so healthy and so disciplined. I am so bad with water. So, so bad. Rosie says, they told me they will call me to make an appointment, but they didn't, so I'm calling later today. It's dumb how hard it is to get a call back from a medical office nowadays. Lee says copper purifies water and charges the water with electronic goodness. No, I buy it, Lee. I never even thought about it. That's a great idea, actually. Where the heck would I get a copper cup? Not that I'm going to drink water. Paul says it's good to hear, Rosie. Yes, good to hear you're going to follow up. Rosie says yes. Frustrating. Carl says, I'm finished with certain people on YouTube. So are my managing moderators. Wasa, you are finished. Finished, sir. Rosie says, hi, Carl. Lee says, they took copper away from us in pans, etc. as helps health now. Those who use it feel better. Yeah, the copper bands and stuff, bracelets are also popular. Paul says, I left 3 messages for the doctor's office to call me. Still nothing. I was thinking about one of the dentists I had called. It's been 3 weeks. I'm waiting for a call back, and I've called them 5 times and then quit. I'm like, these people, I don't know how they make money. Stinson says, hello, Stinson. Good morning. Dogs dream. Are you dreaming, Jack? Are you dreaming? Say hello. Lee says, Temu or Amazon to get them. Huh. I'm afraid to use Temu because so it's so invasive, all the crap that gets thrown at you from Temu. Paul says, I'm just going to forget about going to the doctor. Oh, frustrating. I think you should just make it your mission to call them every morning. Every morning. So that eventually they'll be like, oh, it's Paul. He's still waiting to get a call back. Oh, Wassa says, no, Carl loves me best of all. He's just razzing me. Uh-huh. Jackie, are you dreaming? Lee says, UK is the same. You have to make appointment on an AI system. What is up with, I don't know. Do they not have enough help? Because, I could do remote answering phones right here. Pay me. Carl says, I don't need to go live to remove a moderator. Right? Lee says you can wait days for a reply. It's frustrating. Jed says, I'm thinking I might have my first drawing done about Wednesday. Nice. I can't wait to see. Carl says AI is banned here at the Carl Shell channel. Wassa says, oh, I really dislike those AI calls. The lazy ones. Lee says the lazy ones put to AI, so have little to do. Our systems poop. Why? That did not show up on my TV. They have and look over to my laptop and see it leave. Interesting. Carl says yes. Well, that's a warning to all you AI out there. Do not go to Carl Shell's channel because you are not welcome there. Jack, you're so active. Just like your mom. Lee says it's basic. They can ignore and say they've not seen the request. Yes. Corrupted is getting tired. Says, I'll tap in tomorrow, Cat. I'm asleep. Good night. Good morning. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Wherever you are. Paul says it is ridiculous. Rosie says, why corrupted? Oh, why she could, because he worked hard, stayed up all night. Wassa says, okay, rewind. The monkey just twitched on its own. Yes, it did. Hi, Rich. How are you? Curtis says, good night and good morning, LOL. Rosie says, good night, homie one. Lee says, doctors don't seem to have compassion. The care of duty here. I wonder if everybody's just so burnt out that that's the way they come across. I find it hard to believe that all doctors got in it just for the money. I feel like there should be, maybe there was some basic want to help and maybe their hands are tied. Who knows? Rich says, hello, chat, and good morning. Wassa says, later, I meant. To corrupted. Layer corrupted. Wear layers. Wassa agrees with Lee and says, you can say that again. And Paul also agrees. Wassa says, no, it isn't just for the money. It's med school and the system that does it. Carl says the doctors don't use AI here. Cool. Lee says, since COVID, been big changes, does not help the pharmacy business if we are all well. That's true. You know, I'm a big, I stay away from regular TV and I pay for YouTube Premium so I don't have to hear commercials. I went into the bathroom. I told the story about a month ago. I went into the bathroom, maybe it was 2 months now, at a Walmart. And as soon as I walked in, was it Walmart or was it another store? One of the grocery stores or Walmart. I walked into the bathroom and it had a sensor that noticed when somebody came in the room and it played a commercial over the loudspeaker and it was really loud. And it was for a pharmaceutical. It's like they've got you trapped in a vulnerable position. They're going to make you listen. One way or another, they're going to get you. Paul says the money is in the medicine. And Wassa says it's a sick care system. A patient cured is a customer lost. Carl says Ireland has one of the best health systems in the world. That's great. I'm happy for you, Carl. Wassa says, hey, Rich. And Paul says, hey, Rich. Hi, Rich. Hey, Paul. Rich, do you have a set time you know you're going live streaming today? Basil says, when you spoke of Timu being invasive, you reminded me of a video I was watching where a girl said Walmart started recommending baby and maternity stuff to her before she even knew she was pregnant. Wow. Wild. Rich says, not really. Okay. As the spirit moves you, huh? Carl says the UK is finished. Well, I'm glad they're getting picked on today. Lee's at Magnetic North Adventure says UK never finished, just like the USA. If it doesn't self implode, I think that's the biggest danger. And think about all the great civilizations probably thought they would never be taken down either. Wassa says emergency medicine in the US is very good, and many ER doctors and surgeons are excellent. But general care providers and specialists are beyond horrible. Well, I hope that changes for all of us. I'd be open to it all changing. I would like that. Hi, Talon. Good morning. How are you? Carl says they're friend. Are you talking about the UK? They're Friends of America, not Ireland. Aren't you a part of? I was thinking that Paul says the Roman Empire was a good example. So this is imagine an algorithm figuring out you are pregnant by the pattern of your purchases. Huh, interesting. Lee says, I agree, Paul. Romans had the most known world. I'm sorry. Talon says, I'm checking on if there's any AI ghost hunting, but it looks like marketing got to him first. Lee says he was reading my mind. No, Ireland is not UK, only Northern. Okay. I'm checking on if there's any AI ghost hunting. Lovable Fish. Are you reading one of my old live streams? Lovable Fish says redheads encouraged, others tolerated. What is that supposed to mean? That means we are pro redhead. And if you know a redhead, you would understand that everybody else is tolerated. You'd know exactly what that meant. Or if you lived with a redhead. Wassa says, yeah. Lovable Fish. Good morning. Welcome. Wassa says, yeah. Republic of Ireland is an independent, sovereign country. See how little I know? Hey, Jack. Paul says, I only know one redhead cat, you. Paul, I'm just humming that. Carl says Ireland will be a joint country soon. Lee says, have a great day, everyone. I have to go. Bye, Lee. I love you. Be careful. Take care of yourself. Right, Lee is a redhead. Lovable Fish says, oh, okay. I guess I'm just going to ignore that. Well, you can, because it was old. It was an old live stream, right? Paul says two. And then bye, Lee. And Wassa says, you changed your mind, you know, too, Jack. Wassa says the Irish knew better than to join Britain. Rosie says, bye, Lee. How's school going? Are you still on Easter break, Rosie? Lee says, I'm not doing much, just research. Okay, good. Lovable Fish says the doggo looks depressed. He's sleeping. How can he look depressed? Talon says, is that Jack's pre-workout? No, it's his after, I don't know. I don't know how to, it's after eating care. Basil says, have a good one, Lee. Stay safe. So when you're on a mission like this, Basil, do you just go and get them? You go and get the passengers that are stranded? Or the crew? Or both? Carl says Scotland is wanting to become independent next. And Wassa says lonely. He's just sleeping. Talon says, is he sleeping with his eyes open? He does, yes. They're usually rolled in the back of his head, though. Jed says he's going to post all his drawings to his channel. Cool. I'll have a look, Jed. Rosie says, yes, I go back in 3 days after the Easter holiday. Nice. Little Fish says, oh, he's asleep. Okay, my bad. If I get up, he'll wake up. Oh no. Yeah. It just takes me moving around in the room and he wakes up. Basil says, no, it's just a plane that is stranded. Passengers get on the other plane and fly out. So are you bringing the plane home? I don't understand how that works. Talon says, it looks like he's staring with contempt. And there he is. No, he was just, oh, he heard me. I cannot be sneaky. He heard me. I was trying to show you the eyes rolled in the back of the head, but Wassa says Talon. He does that sometimes, but not at the moment. Talon says, I see. The camera angle made his lower lid look like his eye. Right, Wassa, Mom, quit it. Basil's, for instance, if a plane experiences a hard landing or rejects a takeoff, the airline won't fly it until it is sure that it is structurally sound, so it gets stranded in the airport it is in. Paul says butterfly, mushroom, monkey, Dale Jr., gland meds, cat, quite the assortment. I know. I'm a variety show here. And Jack. Talon said he was angry it was in his face, but now it's all he wants. Yes, it is. There we go. Basil says, so I have to fly it back to our hub for that check because our technicians are not stationed in Geneva. That's a rescue operation. Okay. So you get to hope that it's structurally sound on your way back. Is that it? Is that how it works? Do you get paid like quadruple for doing rescue missions? Carl says Ireland is the home of rental planes. Really, Carl? Wassa, you're behind. Vasil is the pilot and Vladimir is an airplane mechanic. I don't know what the actual title for him is. Carl says Basilio works for Swiss Air. Is that what you call it, Carl? Basilio says no, it will not have any load on the rescue flight, so it is not risky. And we fly low and slow with the gear down the whole way. I still think you should get paid quadruple. Talon says Jack is getting a week's worth of treats for his pre-workout sponsorship. Well, that is the goal, eventually. Basilio says yes, Wassa. Sarah says bye and be careful. Are you leaving us, Sarah? Are you saying bye to somebody else? Basilio is laughing at Carl. Oh, saying he works for Swiss Air. Tom Space says, time for Jack to get a job. Tom, Jack says he had a job. He paid for his food, and now he's unemployed, looking at being homeless. My, how the mighty have fallen. Good morning, Tom. Sarah says, be careful. And I'm sure she's saying that to our good friend, Basilio. Wassa said, I had so much difficulty getting on planes. I almost insisted I find a boat home from the UK. I have a difficult enough time doing that or riding in a car that I'm not the driver of. I love flying. I don't care if I'm not flying. If I have a window seat, I'm a good, just good. I'm not a good anything. I'm just good. I think it's the coolest thing in the world. Kep, good morning. BRB, Jack. You stay. Stay. Hi, I'm back. I made it back. Look what I did. What are you doing with your arm on that? I'd be fine if I was a pilot, says Wassa. Talon says I'll write some of his ad lines. We want the figure of a medium-sized hunting working dog, question mark. Want to still take naps for 16 hours a day? Get jacked, pre-workout, lost the rest of it. Oh my gosh, TEJ, hello. He just needs Richard Simmons' outfit now. As if. Jack says, no way, man. Look what I found for you. It's clean too. And Sonic. There's Sonic. He's clean too. What do you think? Here. Don't bite me on this. I can't fight this feeling anymore. There you go. Basilio says, but then again, you don't mind boats. Basilio, why, Wassa? Do you think you got height or flight phobia, or is it just not being in control that scares you? Talon says that was the good parts. Hi, William. How are you, my friend? Lois says, hello. Hi, Lois. Wassa says, Basilio, no, I meant boats when I said I have a hard enough time doing that. And yes, it's a control thing. Talon says, side eye, and why you do this. It doesn't matter what I do. I always get side eye. It's Jack's best trick, huh? It's your very best trick. Carl says, I've been mussed out. What does that mean, Carl? What does must mean? Sarah says, I saw it. Wassa says, I just don't trust, yes, others' incompetence, only mine. That's funny. Birds are singing. Talon says, he has the peripheral vision of a zebra. And Basilisk says, I can't blame you. Missed. Carl said missed instead of must. I've been missed out. I'm being missed out. Am I missing something you said, Carl? Sorry. Just say, Cat, you missed something I said. Let's look. Tina's daughter is head of cabin crew for an Irish airline. Really, Carl? That's really cool. How is Tina today? Tell her I said hello. Did you see when I shared your live out? Did you read it, Carl? Wassa is laughing at a zebra. Right, I've never heard a zebra have excellent peripheral vision. Susan says Jack is too funny. He's not interested in playing. He must be tired. Well, this is the time he usually sleeps, Susan. And hello. Dogs have a schedule. This is what Jack does every morning because he says all smart people should be sleeping right now. Talon says too late for naps, too early to get up for the day. It's never too late or too early for a cat nap. Wassa says, did you know all zebras in movies have been painted horses? Zebras can't be tamed. I did not know that. And Talon says they are computer generated. Duh. Oh, you should talk to Scroll Sniper. Basil says, but it gives you any peace of mind. There are 3 redundancy levels for everything in aviation. So even if your pilot is is an incompetent one, the plane won't typically let him make severe mistakes. Wassa says all African prey species have excellent peripheral vision. Oh, you learn something new every day. Susan says not people who work at night. And Talon says planes float. Oh, no. Not very well, I don't think. Lady Sky says, hi, Susan. Wassa says Talon, right? Or more recently, computer generated. Yes. Talon says Spirit Airlines, the pilot may be incompetent, but at least the planes fall slowly. Oh no. Wassa says Baslil, they kept reassuring me of that very thing to get me on the plane. And Baslil's laughing at Talon. Lady Sky says, how are you doing, Susan Hill? Good morning, Maddie. Maddie has a full week off of work next week. What will he do with his time? Talon says, oh my gosh. Oh, I don't like joking about stuff like that. Rosie says, hi, No Mercy. And Lady Sky says, hi, Maddie. Bastille says, hey, Lady Sky, how have you been? She says, I've been doing all right, Bastille. Everybody's saying hello to each other. Susan is saying, I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. I'm trying to wind down. So you work overnights. Is that it, Susan? Lady Sky says, how are you doing, Maddie? Carl says, I don't know what holidays are. Me neither, Carl. Holiday schmoliday. I'll go buy my own chocolate Easter bunny. Talon says, okay, he was upside down. That works. Oh, Jack, that was weird. Sarah says, hello. Hello, Sarah. Carl says, don't know what Easter is either. Wassa says, Maddie, do you operate street cleaners or other machineries in the non-winter/snow season? And Lois says, no Easter going on here. Lady Sky says, pineapple upside down cake. Do you eat that, Cat? Sure. Not in a very long time, but sure, yes. Susan says, yes, I work second and third shift. I've always been a night person, but wish I were a morning person. Maddie says, I'm a landscape gardener, Wassa. And Sarah says, holidays are a time to eat. Yum. Carl says, Easter should be canceled. No way, Carl. People get paid extra to work on Easter, so. Or maybe they get paid extra to work on Good Friday. One of the two is a holiday, paid holiday. Aw, Lady Sky says, I would make that for you on Monday if I lived close by, Cat. That's so sweet of you, Lady Sky. The thought is supremely sweet. Thank you. Paul says, I've always been a morning person. And Lois is with you, Carl. Maddie says, I wish Carl could stop being so negative and be happy. Carl was happy one day. I even wrote a song about it because Carl was happy one day. Carl says he's happy and we stopped the whole show because hearing Carl happy is a miracle, bro. Wassa says, oh, okay, that's cool. Outside, get to be creative and see how your work turns out and evolves. Paul, have you been able to get out and walk? I didn't ask you about yesterday. Carl says, YouTube makes me. You know why Carl's unhappy? Carl, I'll tell you why you're unhappy, because you blame everybody else for your unhappiness. And as long as you do that, you will continue to be unhappy. Paul says, no rain. So have you been able to get out and walk? Bailey says, poor, sad Jack. Hi, Bailey. How are you? Maddie at No Frills, No Mercy says, rise above it, Carl. Friends are present. Oh. Lilith, hello, good morning. She says, they say, look at that gorgeous pupper. Thank you. Bailey Smith says, not Carl. He wouldn't do that. Oh, Paul says, no. I mean, it's been raining 4 days. Oh, gosh. Bailey, I have a question for you. Do you know Carl from anywhere besides here? Carl says, friends who don't support me, again, as long as you're looking for outside sources to make you happy, you're going to be unhappy. Lois says, we had an ice storm followed by, trust me, Carl, I know this. Lois said, we had an ice storm followed by rain today. Wow. Bailey says, I don't. I'm just intrigued so much by his comments. That's what I was going to say, that Bailey has not even been here that long, Carl, and they know you. Lady Sky says, I support you, Carl. Thank you, lady. And Rosie says, I do, Carl. And Bastille says, how's the family cat? Gone. 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 They're all living their best lives in Florida and left me here. No, they're doing good. I mean, overall. Maddie says, hi to Bastille. And Bailey says, I wrote that wrong. That's okay. I was just trying to get around the point that you have not been here long to know Carl that well, but you know Carl. Maddie says, I have lots of people who don't support me, Carl. I don't worry about stuff like that. Embrace the ones you spend your time with and enjoy. Carl on a live stream, his very own live stream, is such a different Carl. It's amazing. But I suppose we might all be a little different when we turn on the camera. Interesting. Basil says, hey, Maddie, how are you? Bailey Smith says, but Carl is still my favorite in chat. He's most of our favorites. Thank you for saying that, Bailey. See, Carl? Maddie at No Frills, No Mercy says, I'm okay, thank you. How are you, my friend? How is Jordy's breathing, Maddie? Is it getting cleared up a little bit? I don't get to see him as much now. I don't know if it's me just not catching it or his new sleeping routine. Wassa says, I think Carl is just being curmudgeon-y on purpose for comedy. I think that sometimes too. Lois says, Jack is easy to talk to. LOL, he is. Carl says, hi, Bailey. Basil says, I'm doing all right. Not too bad and good to see you. Okay. Oh no. Carl says, Wassa is out of here. Cat and everyone. Who was that right above Carl that I missed? Is that, wait a minute. Wait. Okay, it was Vladimir. Basilis is just as I started to think we were the same person, Vlad. Hello. Hi, Vladimir. Carl said, or Bailey says Carl might be doing a little trolling. I do think so. I do think a lot of, well, at least the stuff between me and Carl is good natured jesting for the most part. I think Carl sometimes is more serious. Carl says goodbye. Vladimir says, what was said? Just that you guys always pass each other, miss each other. And we were hoping you would come in today. And Vladimir, was it yesterday you were here? Paul says, I hope so. Oh, goodness. Oh, my goodness. Okay, much better. Bailey says, bye, Carl. Bye, Carl. Have a good day. Carl, I don't really believe Carl's leaving. But if you are leaving, Carl, I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you, Lois. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Maddie. Thank you, Sarah. Okay. Vladimir said, yes, I was here yesterday. Wasa questioned me on it, and I was like, I think it was yesterday. And Sarah and Wasa both say bye, Carl. DHR says someone is big chillin'. He is. He's doing it what he does best. No Frills says, sadly, I gotta leave. Break is over. Much love. Bye to all. Be blessed. Thank you, Maddie. Thank you for stopping by. Love you. Have a good day. And Lois says, see ya, Carl. Basil says, hey, man, you came at the worst time possible. Oh, no. Carl says, I'm having a bottle of Coke for breakfast. I'm setting up a live stream with JP. Okay, Carl. So is that live stream today, Carl? I mean, I know you said you were live streaming in your dream, but are you really going to live stream? It helps me to know if you plan on it that way. I know to look for you if I have time. I should just be mowing today, so you're going to hear this from me all summer. What are you doing today, Kat? I'm mowing every day. If it's not raining, I will be mowing. I'm good, Vladimir. Thank you. And Vladimir says, how is it the worst time, Basleel? Carl, I was looking for that bottle of Coke yesterday. Really, really good, Vladimir. Bailey says, does Carl go live? He does, but you just got to catch him daily to find out if he's going to go live, because he does not have a set schedule like he used to. Basil says, I am 10 minutes out from landing. Have a fun day, everyone. See you guys next stream. Stay blessed, Cat. Bye. Bye, Basil. Love you. Happy landing. And you and Vladimir should exchange emails one day. Basil says, Bailey, Carl does excellent lives. I'm one of his managing mods. Wash is just testing the waters to see if Carl's really still here. Vladimir says, oh, that's why. That would be why. Everyone's saying bye to Basleel. I think it's a pretty good reason. Vladimir says, fly safe, Basleel. I think he said the other day, Vlad, that he had a bird strike. But it was close to where they were, close to the end of their flight, I think. But still, it's kind of scary. All right, Jack, you're done. And Wasa says, happy landings, Basleel. Vladimir says, oh, that's pretty common, but yeah, scary. Do they, are they so, can they cause a lot of damage to the motors? I guess would be my question. Right? Wassa says poor birdies. I think that, but I'm also like, oh, I also feel for the people in the plane. Bailey says, I really hope that the aliens and leprechauns let Jack get his rest. They do. Vladimir says, no, as long as the bird is not huge, the engines don't even feel it. Wow. Vladimir says, though, it's disgusting to clean afterwards. Ooh, guess whose job is that? I'm sorry. Does sound disgusting. I told you, Carl, you got to be careful. Carl says, Wassa is disappointing. Ooh. Ooh. Really, Paul? Paul says, my brother was a jet engine mechanic for 30 some years. Wow. Ooh, is your brother still around, Paul? I did not know you had a brother. I guess I didn't ask the right questions. Wassa says, ever seen the story of the girl who survived after the plane she was? I think I might have heard something like that, but I don't want to talk about stuff like that. Don't even bring it up. Vladimir says, Paul, wow. You have two brothers. You're the middle child. Interesting. So are both of your brothers still here? Wassa says, why, Carl? I defended you a minute ago when folks said you were negative. Vladimir says, the plane that ended up in a forest, right, Wassa? Bailey says, Jack looks so snuggly. Hang on. He does. You should see the bottom half of him. I can't get him all in one shot. There we go. Snuggly on one side, totally relaxed on the other side. Both living. I haven't seen my older brother in 23 years. They both call me like once a month. Interesting. Wassa says, no, she was fine, Cat. It was a miracle, amazing survival story. Vladimir says, why did he stop, Paul? And is it retired? That was what I was thinking also. Wassa said, nope. The plane was gone. She woke up strapped in her seat in the top of the Amazon jungle canopy. That's crazy. Vladimir says, yes, that's the same one. Exactly. Paul says retired. Does your other brother live near you? I always think it's interesting when siblings haven't seen each other. I think that's the way me and my brothers will end up being. Vladimir says that woman is lucky. Paul confirms, yes, retired. If a situation like that doesn't change your life, I don't know what would. Paul says my younger brother lives in the area. Huh. Me too. I have a younger brother that's probably less than 10 miles away, but he is wrapped deep in an addiction, so we don't spend time together. I think if I needed him, he would be there, but he might say, I'll be there tonight after work. Is that okay? And then I might see him in 2 days. Vladimir says, I wish the FAA and ICAO would push the retirement age of technicians and pilots by at least 5 years and let them work as long as they clear their medicals. Wassa says she did break her leg. Oh, trying to get down. That's ridiculous, right? Then she crawled several miles by pure luck straight to a scientific research station on a river. The only human habitation in like a 200-mile area. Wow. Vladimir says, nothing like experience. That is something to think about. Right, Wassa? Miracle after miracle. Yep, and one might say, I've been in a plane crash, and that be their only focus instead of seeing all the miracles that worked to help get them out of that. Paul says, my brothers had a lot of friends growing up and spent a lot of time with their friends, so we were never that close. I think it's really good that they still call you. I mean, you guys still are in contact once a month. That's something. Paul says, yes. Don't look. Jack, you've been a very sleepy boy today. Job well done. Vladimir says, oh, I am so happy I was not here in 2019 when the Ethiopian Airlines plane crashed. If I was the technician that signed that plane for deployment, I would not sleep, even if it's not my fault. Yeah, that's a big, big responsibility. Thank you for the job you do, Vlad. Paul says They have both been married a couple times and had kids. Jack is dreaming. Wassa says, I survived a severe, I can't say that, cytokine storm that has an 80% mortality rate in general. And other than me, a 0% survival rate after 4 days. And the beginning of catastrophic domino effect, organ failure. Staff were coming by my room to see me because they couldn't believe I had lived. Wow. I hear roosters crowing. My window's open. So do you feel like it changed your life, Wassa? In any way? Maybe as far as your attitude or the way you think goes. Vladimir says Wassa is a survivor. He sure is. Wassa says, I received a record amount of blood product donations of any patient in the history of Kaiser by almost 20 times. I had no platelets at all. It was pouring out of every hole on me into 5-gallon buckets. Ew. Yes. Lois. Definitely dreaming. He was dreaming a lot last night. I had to keep waking him up because it sounded like it was not a good dream. Wassa says that was after 6 straight days of surgeries. Wow. Baby, I'm sorry. Oh, Jackie. Oh, do you hear everything just crack when I got up? Can I do that again? I probably couldn't do it if I tried. Oh, I think the ankle cracked that time, but it's so interesting. Jackie Poo. How do you do? Vladimir says when I first relocated to here, it was very hard for me to breathe because is that Addis is about 2 kilometers above sea level, thin air. That is around 7,700 feet for you, our American brothers. I really struggled for a bit. had no idea. Thin air and hot too. Melissa says, I don't know if it changed me. Not a huge amount. When I woke from my coma weeks later, everything I owned and both my businesses were all gone, especially after the 6 weeks it took me to be able to walk again. Oh. Hi, John Picard. How are you? Good morning. I think we can turn the fan off. It's nice and cool here now, Jack, huh? Hi, Grumpy Sapper. You're late. No worries. Vladimir says, hey, sorry that happened to you, Wassa. Aw. Lois says, hi, Grumpy. Ah. I didn't do it. You don't have to look at me like that. It wasn't my fault. Hi, Other Dragon. How are you? Good to see you. You smell me? Straight chillin'. You are, the dog is. You should see his other half. Straight chillin'. Joseph, hello. Joseph says hello to everyone in the chat and good morning. Good morning to you. Hi. Hossa says, Vladimir, thanks. I'm going to end it here, but there is so much more than that, and it didn't even wasn't even close to the end there. Is that what you're saying? The story wasn't? Sarah is smiling. Hi, Flora. Other Dragon says, I am doing great. How are you? And Jack looks very comfortable. He is. Joseph, thank you. Sarah says, hello and good morning. Vladimir says, okay, I understand, Was. I'm glad you survived. Yes, we all are glad he's still here. Was says, the last thing I'll say is I was homeless on the streets for 7 years after that. Well, you should be. Have you written a book? Are you thinking about writing a book? Jack says, write a book, Wassa. Sarah says, yes. Happy Easter, yes. Happy Easter, Flora. And Flora says she's always busy. Flora doesn't have time to hang out like Jack. Just let it all hang out. Because she's always busy working. Welcome to the... I did not hear. Vladimir says, wow, you have been through it. I guess what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Flora says, now I'm cleaning upstairs. Vladimir says, and you are now stronger than you ever were. Flora says, hello, Vladimir. What? I see you. Vladimir says, hey, Flora, how's it going? Vladimir, what do you do in your time off there? Sarah says, strike a pose, Jack. Melissa says, I wish that were true. I am almost 20 years past my expected expiration date. According to statistics and doctors, so I'm glad for that. Vladimir says, I'm trying to learn bass by myself. Wow. Nice. That's exciting. How's that going for you? Jack? It's the Jack sleeping song. Oh, all right. I know what we're doing. Vladimir says that proves it, Wasa. Wasa says, oh, I wish I'd learned drums or guitar when I was young. Well, why can't you do it now? Vladimir says, stronger than they thought. Yogi has a new banner. And there's a picture of him on it. And I don't know who that guy is. Wasa wants to know if you're showing any talent for it, Vladimir. Or if you just like doing it. Because I have no talent, but I still like playing around. Vladimir says, not so far, Wasa. Wasa says, too broke, too busy, caring for mom and sister, too sickly. To bang on some drums? Did you get it all, Jack? Vladimir says drum sets are very expensive indeed. Yes. He says it's shocking, frankly. Wow. I had no idea. Wasa says, yeah, there are just other things I choose to do if I had the time and money. Well, there you go. I only started playing around with the guitar because when I moved to Tennessee in the winter, it snows. And I just needed something to do. And I spent a lot of time out of work when I first got sick. And yeah, I just got it for something to do. Where's a sweet puppy? Today is somebody else's birthday. I didn't see them, so it's okay, but Laura says hello to Wassa. Wassa says if I make it another 2 years, I'll have a couple investments that will mature. That thank freaking goodness I purchased when younger. Oh, nice. Wow. Hello, puppy. Lois says it was me. Oh, I think that means Yogi is live. We made it. Vladimir says, if I am not mistaken, Flora is my neighbor, right? Countries wise. I would say, yeah, she's in Kenya. How far would you say she is from you? How far are you from Kenya? And Wassa says, it was indeed Yogi. Yogi, yogi, yogi time. I've got to figure out whose birthday it is today before I do anything else. Vladimir says, hello, neighbor, to Flora. And Wassa says, Vladimir, which country are you in? He says, Ethiopia. Why is my mouth not working? Ethiopia. Where did you write birthdays down at, Cat? All over. That's the problem. Matt says, Jack, what is brown and sticky? Jack says, that pine tree my mom's hugging. Or Lois says, it was mine. Wassa says, it's cool. I have friends around the world I hang out with now. It is. Matt says, Jack, oh, I already read that. What is brown and sticky? A stick. Good one. I was kind of close. Anthony, April 20th. Wassa's laughing at the sticky joke. Florence is true, Wassa. Good meeting people all over the world. Hi, Katie Outdoors. How are you? Do you know? I have a notebook, and every once in a while, I have to go back and look for something, and it's ridiculous, the stuff I write. April 19th, Lady Sky. Oh, Vladimir says, especially this channel, was there are people from every corner. I agree. Wassa says, a book fell and hit me in the head. I only have myself to blame. Who was it that said, Yogi had a guest who says literally, a book hit them in the head. Was it A Course in Miracles? It was funny. It was a funny story. Vladimir says, oh, and you guys sent off people to the moon yesterday too, right? After half a century. I don't know. Did we? There seems to be a lot of debate whether or not we did or not. April 3rd. Oh, I'm supposed to be on vacation today. Happy vacation today, Kat. Wasa says, Vladimir, sure we did. See what I mean? I don't have an opinion either way. I don't know. No, I'm not there. Vladimir says, I sense doubts. Funny. I guess I was not meant to see the other person whose birthday it is today. Lucky for me. What about you, Vladimir? Do you have any thoughts? Do you wholeheartedly believe we've sent people to the moon? Lois says April 3rd is my birthday. That's why you said it is mine earlier, Lois. Happy birthday. I feel like there's somebody else then. Happy birthday, Lois. I'm so sorry. Gosh, dang it, Cat. Look at Dale's looking at me like all judgy because I'm so thick-headed. You're welcome. I'm so sorry, Lois. You've been listening to me for all this time, looking for somebody's birthday, and you're like, it's mine. It was me. And I'm just like, I'm just talking. Not getting it. Sarah says, happy birthday, Lois. Yes, happy birthday, friend. Aw. Jack's disappointed in me, too. Liza says, and there's been a bunch of people all crowded together in the tiny International Space Station, too. Vladimir says, I believe it. When Yuri did it, nobody believed it either. Interesting. Flora says, thanks to Cat&Jack for starting the channel a few months ago. I met here good people and always there for my channel too. Thank you, Flora. I wish I could be there more. You guys hang out with Flora. Keep an eye out. Connect with her. Keep an eye out for her. Go say hi to her if you see she's live. Sarah's sending birthday cakes and blowing noisemakers to say happy birthday. And Wassa says, happy birthday, Lois. I feel bad I missed it too, talking about the NASA scam. Vladimir says, even though he didn't go far. I heard an alternate version, maybe on the Y files. I'm not sure if that's where I heard it, but an alternate version about why we've never gone back to the moon. And it's because there was a meeting of the minds the first time we went that was covered up. That was not a pleasant situation. Like maybe the moon is inhabited and they were approached. I thought that was a fun story. Lois says, thank you, Wasa. Lois, do you have any plans to treat yourself today? Wasa says, look for a video. You'll see a collection of crazy bloopers, mistakes, and proof that the astronauts were never on that station. Lois says, no, none. Why don't you go buy yourself something that you normally wouldn't, like a mini cheesecake, and eat it all? I hope you find something fun to do to celebrate your birthday. Whisker Bent Riverbound. Good morning. They say, good morning, Cat and Jack. Just dropping by to wish everyone a happy Friday. Happy Friday to you. I hope you have a good holiday weekend. Vladimir said, all right, Wasa, I saved that title. Okay. Oh, Flora is sending love. Thank you, Flora. All right, 7-Eleven. I think we're going to say goodbye. Jackie Poo. Wasa says, or here's another video. And Flora said, welcome. All right, Jack. Can you wake up long enough to say bye? Bye. Get out. All right, guys, I'm so kidding. We love you. We love you. We love you. And we thank you so much for hanging out with us every day. And Opal Rose, hello, my friend. Oh, well, thank you for that. We're leaving, though. What's this? I think YouTube might have removed the one I mentioned. I don't think so. He said he got it. About the new one, though, let me see. It doesn't show as being held for me. All right. I will see you guys tomorrow if you're around. I hope you have a great day today. You too, Vladimir. We love you. Bye, guys. Paul, I love you. William, if you're still here, I love you. Rosie, love you. Bye.